look at how pretty these colors turned out, all caked up. So this is Flora, the main color, the day 25, and this is the first day in the middle that I'm pulling from, and I do not remember what day I stopped winding on, but the cake started to get too big to get all of 24 on there. I don't have a very big yarn winder. And then this is the second cake with the middle days, and this is the last cake with all the remaining days. I think this is probably about 9 days on here. So right now, this is what I've got so far. It doesn't look like much right now because the first 2 days of the Advent are a little mild, just more cream colored and plain. But as we start getting through this first cake, as you see the color transitioning, it'll start to get more towards the oranges and pinks. That is where I'm currently at with the chevron, painting chevrons wrap. I'm gonna do a couple more rows. gonna try to make this quick. I do have a couple of whips that I'm working on with maybe one completed. Yeah, but I just wanted to, you know, document some things I'm working on currently and share them with you. So I'm gonna start with the thing I have completed. And it is something I have made before a long time ago, and one of my friends who is currently pregnant is having her baby in August, and she really wants this baby romper that I made. So this is the baby romper. It's already been washed and blocked. So this is the lacy romper, and it's made out of Pima cotton Cascade. And I will link the pattern in the description, but it's got these cute little button details. They're wooden buttons. I can't remember where I got the buttons from. Probably on Amazon or something. It's got wooden buttons up here at the top too for the little straps. These are functional buttons. They're not just decorative buttons. You can actually put them in and out of a buttonhole. And the bottom are functioning buttons as well. And then on the back, it's just plain, but I've got my little wooden tag that says handcrafted by Paige. So yeah, there's nothing like too crazy about the back, but Pima cotton has impeccable stitch definition. Like it doesn't blend with itself very easily. So it's a little harder to hide your mistakes when you have such good stitch definition. This is a 6-month size. The pattern that I used gives you a 3-month, 6-month, 12-month, and I think a 24-month. I think that's the sizes that it offers. So the next thing I'm working on that's for her as well is I'm working on a baby blanket made out of this Bernat baby blanket yarn. Now, I am not the first person to say this to let everybody know, unless you're brand new to YouTube and to the yarn community, but Joann's is closing, and I went and stopped at my 2 local Joann's. So I bought this Bernat baby blanket, and it's in the color Misty Jungle Green, and it's got this pretty ombre vibe going on. This one's not the best skein to show the pretty ombre going on. Here's the blanket I have so far. And it is very, very soft, very plush. And it's got kind of its own design going on with the stripes. I started at the bottom. Just kidding. I started at the top. I have this upside down. That's not helpful. It's kind of heavy too. I'm gonna recommend her not to wrap her baby in this. I mean, that's not what the intention of the blanket is for anyways. I would imagine it being a good like decorative drape over the crib blanket, or even laying on the floor for the baby to crawl and lay on, but not to wrap him in it. But anyway, so this is the direction I'm working in. As you can see, here's where I'm at right now. That is my current baby blanket project. All right, another big project that was for myself that I have been working on, but I haven't shown it on camera, is this granny square cardigan that I bought this yarn advent calendar from Hue Loco in 2024. And I spent a good minute trying to figure out what I wanted to use the mini skeins for. It's 24 mini skeins and then a big 25th. Skein. This one I cannot wait till I finish. It is made out of superwash merino and fine, but I doubled up the yarn to make it DK for the squares. And then I bought the Drops Merino extra fine, and it is in the color beige online. And lo and behold, this is the 2024 Botanical Yarn Advent Calendar Cardigan. Look at her. She is absolutely gorgeous. I love it so much so far. And right now it looks a little weird when I put it on because the sleeves aren't done yet, so they're kind of sticking up straight because it's so stiff right now. But when I get the sleeves knitted and then I wash and block it, they'll drop a little bit and be more of a drop shoulder. But I will try it on right now just to show. So it's not gonna be like a huge fat comfy cozy cardigan size, but there's the back. And this is my first crochet knitted combo project. As you can see, all the squares are crocheted, but I did do a knitted ribbing. This is the bottom. I did a 2x2 twisted rib here, And then I did a 1x1 twisted rib on this side. So as you can see with the shoulders, they're sticking up right now because they're stiff and there's nothing pulling them down. But once I get the sleeves knitted on, which is what I'm currently working on right here, it will pull it down a little more. And when I block it and wash it and block it, it will be even better. So pretty. The last two projects I'm working on is a citrine light sweater and a scrappy sunburst blanket. So the citrine light, I have this off the needles just because I was trying it on and wanted to see how it looked. And I did mention the sweater in the 30-minute video that I have that's about like what all projects I'm finished and what I'm working on. But I figured I'd just show this one again because I did make a little bit of progress on it. So this is the citrine light, and the sun makes it look so pretty right now. I love the details in the shoulders. This is supposed to be a fitted sweater. So yeah, this is honestly on me fitted right now. It's only coming to the bust area, and this is the back. It's pretty simple, but not simple at the same time. So yeah, this is a nice mindless project now too, because all I have to do now with the body is just do stockinette in the middle, in the front and back, and then just do 1x1 ribbing on the sides. That's it. No pattern really needed to do that. The last project I am going to show is the scrappy hexagon sunburst blanket. I'm almost done making all the pieces, and I did include like a little montage of me like throwing them on my little fur blanket just to show the variety of colors that I have. And then this is the Woolies yarn that I bought at Joann's, along with the Misty Jungle Green yarn. That was all the yarn I got at Joann's, was this and that baby yarn. This is the Line brand Woolies. I bought all of this yarn they had, which was 8 skeins. So that is pretty much all that I have currently. So to add to my theme of this video of showing different projects that I am working on that I've had for several months, I just wanted to add this little tidbit of a surprise that my neighbor and her daughter gave me yesterday. How stinking cute! I'm so excited. My neighbor and I were talking about these Wooble kits, and it started with going to Joann's a few weeks ago because of them closing, and we wanted to see what kind of stuff they had discounted. And she found the Hello Kitty Woobles kit and was like, I gotta have the kit. You know, I've been wanting it, might as well get it. So she got the Hello Kitty kit, and then she decided to get a Bumblebee kit, and then later a cow kit named Lavender the cow. And the bee's name was Cornelius the bee. Like, how stinking cute are these names? So she thought she'd surprise me with the Pusheen Amigurumi Woobles kit. I am so excited to start making it. I've never done a Woobles kit. I've been wanting to buy a Woobles kit or one of the Squishmallow kits because their yarn is a little squishier than the Woobles, but I really like Pusheen. I'm really excited about doing this, and she told me that she got herself one, so we're gonna have little twinsies. Good morning, everyone. So today is Friday, April 18th, and I have a finished project that I'd like to show. It is the chevron baby blanket that I made for my friend, and I have shown a couple of clips previously of the blanket as I was crocheting. I will link the pattern below. It's a super easy, beginner friendly pattern. I was able to memorize it within the first 2 rows of crocheting it. I did add a border around the whole edge that the pattern did not call for because I just wanted to clean up the edges a bit. And the beginning row, like the foundation row where I started, the chevron points, like the tips of the chevron, were like curling for some reason, but yet the other end where I was crocheting from wasn't. So I figured adding a border could help straighten out those edges so that way it wouldn't look so dull and curled, and it seems to have helped. I have already washed and dried this blanket. I just washed it in my washing machine on delicates with some laundry detergent and a little bit of fabric softener, and then I threw it in the dryer on very low heat. It took about 2 hours because it was low heat. Yeah, turned out really great, smells really good. I have already laid it on the floor to see how soft it is because this blanket is intended to be kind of floor time blanket for the baby. It's way too heavy to wrap the baby in or lay on top of the baby, and it's also a good blanket for decorative purposes, so to drape on the crib or on the back of a chair. Ultimately, it's really just more decorative versus utility. However, when I did put it on the floor and I put my hand on it, it is so soft and super plush. And without further ado, here is the baby blanket. I just kind of winged the length of it. I did not follow the pattern on the length recommendation. I just kept crocheting until I got close to the end with the yarn that I had. Ultimately, I'm looking forward to her receiving this gift.